Hi everybody, how are you? This is Lucrecia again. Today is Saturday, 18th, April 18th, and I am directing the workshop from home. For the past weeks, I was showing you the process of puppet making since the beginning, because at the beginning I wasn't really showing from home. The three first session we were on the studio 6th Street, Lower East Side, and I was working with the volunteers, but I made a brief explanation what we did in that 3 sessions. It's a long process. Puppet making is a process where you go from design the drawings for the puppet, make a build the structure for the puppet, modeling clay, paper mache. After paper mache, make sure the piece is strong, assemble certain things to in the future connect to the puppet head. That was the thing I did last week, and I'm going to show you very soon about that step. So I plan this workshop in the way you can introduce to another medium, which is painting. Painting classes, usually when I am teaching my students about painting, I think all the time I am with some student, teaching some students are not really connected with that medium. So I imagine maybe now or in the future, people are going to watch this video, and some people, they don't have any idea about how I start painting. So this is the reason why I plan this workshop, has just give a basic knowledge about painting. Don't be afraid. I remember a long time ago, I was kind of afraid to damage my piece. I was taking a long time in the clay piece, in the paper mache piece, and I didn't want to introduce any color. It was very hard for me at that time to continue with the process of mask making or puppet making when I was a student with Eric Bernstein in Massachusetts. Reason why this moment is a remember moment, how I was learning different things and what are the tips maybe I can give to some people they never was in front of this painting challenge step. It's not very hard. Sometimes we made harder when we said I cannot make it, yes? So pretend you are the beginner, and this is going to be the session, but obviously I'm going to refer about the Earth Celebration puppet workshop also. But the introduction about painting is very important. How I'm going to be in front of these pieces right now, for example, behind me here is, you probably are already know what is this. It's a zero waste piece. It's in white. I add gesso. Gesso is it's an absorbent primer coat. Allowed acrylic work better in the piece, and so the acrylic, the paint is not soak on the piece. Is more absorbent. Yes. So that is a and also I can show you here. Let me turn this. Okay. Here, it's already here with the pipe. And this is the thing I did during last week, was adding a fabric mache. All this inside is fabric. If you remember, I showed at the beginning, was a color blue. But I decided add gesso in the back too, because like I told you, when I paint probably dark color here inside, the acrylic is going to be better absorbed because the gesso. So this is the piece, and this is here, the pipe I use because make the piece stronger. And the top of the piece here is a can I connected in the top of the head. And I took pictures, and also I record some videos, so maybe you can go in a moment. I can put in my Facebook page. But this is the part I was working last week in the 3 pieces, and I also cut here. I made a cut in this part. So there's some cut here. If I need some feedback from somebody watching this video, because I'm not sure if it's the good imaging. It's always good to know. Okay, so that cut I made here is just to avoid the piece move too much, but I need to still attach in a stronger way. So that is the thing I did during last week after Saturday workshop last week. So now, introducing to the step of painting, I'm going to show some pieces I have from my own work, and you can really understand a little better how I paint the mask or the puppet. But this explanation doesn't mean it's the way you have to do it. It's the way I got. To me, it's easy to do it to me under the circumstances, under how I feel to do it. And it's, I'm not going to tell you you have to do it this way. I'm telling you how I paint my mask. Because sometimes you can receive a little tips, but by experience, you are getting your own way. So there are many different ways to do it. I'm going to show this piece here. Is part of a group of masks I made time ago, and I exhibit in the galleries. Is part of the set of the mask called March of the Eras. And obviously this is a sun mask. Why I choose this mask? Because it's very simple in terms of how you can understand the first step I'm going to show in this session. It's very similar the way I made the big mask in our celebration. Eyebrows, eyes, nose, lips, and the sun edges. Okay. Imagine this piece at the beginning is just white with gesso. So the thing I start is adding and focusing in the dark areas and deeper areas. Here, deeper areas. Here, nostrils. Here. So I have to tell you also, at the same time, I work like simultaneously because acrylic dry faster. So at the beginning, if you start trying this, don't feel like annoying or frustrated, because you will find the way to do better, but just practicing. So, but at the beginning, I'm focusing all the time in the darker areas, adding some very light dark color. So I mix with water and I use the brush. That is the basic thing at the beginning. All the painting eyes or the corners, these are practically in the end. The lips are in the end. Okay, this is part of the mask in my own these are my own work. But I'm going to show you, and I found another picture from a long time ago. This is a sun mask we made long time ago in our celebration when we were working in the Lower East Side, and for the gardens of the Lower East Side community gardens. It's almost the same thing. So it's important, go first to the deepest areas. How do you want to do this and make the nose pop up and make a face a little more dramatic? Yes? So dark areas. Even if this is not something 2D anymore, it's better if you reinforce these areas, like dark areas, using a little dark color. Always understand where you focus on where you are going to put these pieces. This piece, the puppet we are making, are going to be part of the parade, so the people need to see far away. I include in this also set of a mask I put here. This is another mask I made. I just choose this mask to tell you how we can show how we can use symmetry and also geometry in a clay piece. This is a piece I made long time ago also, a set of masks based in Chiloé Island in Chile. All the myths and legends they believe. So this is a creature from the water. But it's a fear and angry creature. There are some legends telling about this creature. But the way I made this piece is the way probably my students, they were in Lower East Side and 6th Street. They follow a little bit my instruction think about symmetry. This is very symmetrical. And also I use, to show the angry fear piece, I use a lot of the teeth, open mouth. But it's basically using geometry, triangle, lines, circles, spheres, oval shapes. It's a combination. You can see the difference. This is a little more realistic, but obviously give you humanize the sun, no? And this one is using a little more geometrical shapes. Well, if you are interested in see more of this mask, you can go to mascaraviva.com. Is my website. Now, I'm going to show this piece. Here is another piece representing the moon. And here is much better. This is representing the moon. When I explaining on the sun piece, go to the deeper areas, you can see very good in this piece. This piece is acrylic white after I added gesso. But it's a representation of the moon. And you can see how I go with the black color in the deeper areas. It's different effect if you just say, for example, okay, this is a moon. White color is a good color for the moon, maybe, yes? And that's it, because it's a 3D, you can have up and down surfaces, and it's okay like that, because it's a natural deeper areas. But if you do not coloring a little darker, I think you lose the potential of this piece. Okay? Well, important, be sure you go to this page, earthcelebrations.com. This is the organization are directing this live stream on Facebook, and you can check it out, the story, the history about Earth Celebration. 30 years is working in the environmental issues. Well, just the people are new in this sessions. We are working in carbon sequestration piece, zero waste, climate water piece. The designs are here. Zero waste and climate water. Now, I'm going to go to the table. I already set up my session for today, which is painting. Consider this as a painting classes. For painting, before you paint, you need to know certain things. This is in Spanish. Para una clase de pintura, yo tengo que tener la pintura. We need to have painting, 3 colors, painting, 3 colores de pintura, azul, amarillo y rojo. Blue, yellow, and red are the primary colors. Estos son los colores primarios. O también colores fundamentales. Necesito también color negro, blanco. We need black, white, red, yellow, and blue. Why just these 5 bottles? I don't have any orange, no tengo anaranjado, no tengo violeta, no tengo verde. I don't have purple, I don't have any other colors, just these colors. Well, because I don't need to waste my money. I can mix the colors. Yo puedo mezclar los colores solo con estos 5 botellas. But very important, you must buy these 5 colors. Now, for the student, they don't have any idea, the people, they don't have any idea about colors, just buy these 5 bottles of color, compren estos 5 colores y luego pueden mezclar. The blue color, which is primary color, es un color primario azul. El rojo also es un color primario, primary color. When you mix these 2 colors, you get purple. Primary color, you mix with yellow, you get green. Primary colors, you mix these 2 colors and you get orange. Now that the center color is the mix of all these colors, yes? When you want to make brown, you have to make connect this color, like yellow, for example, you get a little anaranjado, orange, and you add a little blue to get this color. So the important thing when you mix are the proportions. How much amount of paint I'm going to add according to get the colors. So now the white is important because you can make another colors using white. For example, when you mix white and red, you can get pink. White and blue, you can get sky or light blue. The same thing, you mix white and green, you will get light green, etc. That is a little basic information about colors, yes? Now, I'm going to set up here okay. I hope I can see there are 5 views. Probably there are people are seeing this video and I didn't receive any comment. They cannot see me. I hope everything is okay. So now this is I already explained about the colors. I hope it's a good light here. Let me see if I can add better light. Better light. Oh. Okay. I don't want to see too much shadow here in the... Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to take the piece. Just to show you what I'm going to do with the head a little bit during the week. Okay. It's not good light. Okay. I'm going to show just in the top of the head. First thing to do is add a little black color. Just a little. Remember when I told you the thing I need is just go to the deeper areas? I use a lot of water here. I don't need the black to concentrate. Another thing, in terms of the brushes, I use different kind of brushes depending the area I'm working with. I do not throw away the old brushes neither. I try to keep it because sometimes we need some rough areas and we can use these brushes also. But flat are good, pointy brushes are good, depending the areas we are painting. That one are good too. Okay. You can go all these areas. And I use a lot of, before dry, I use a sponge to don't let too much colors, black color in the area. So that is the first step. I go like I told you before, you really don't have to do it in this way. If you found another way to do it, it's okay. It's not mandatory way to do it. It's the way I found easy to me. Yeah. Here also there are deeper areas. It's like redrawing again certain areas. Usually I work simultaneously in the color paint sometimes, but in here it's easy to show in this way. All these areas. I am working right now in the piece Zero Waste. Here you can add more dark areas. Because when we were working in the clay, I asked the volunteers do not go too deep inside with the clay because it's a little more difficult to take the piece of the clay, and because when we have to paint, we can pronounce just with the dark color inside deeper areas. You can see the difference here, yes, on the nose. So when you add the black color here in the nostril, you see deeper, but really it's not too deep. It's just here a little bit inside. But adding the dark color changed totally the impression. Totally different. So my recommendation, because you are in front of the design and you said, where I have to start this painting? Do you remember the design? I can show you again. So I'm going to show the paper. So we are working in this piece, zero waste. So when you are in front of this piece, all in color, with all the design, you really don't know exactly where you have to start. Do I have to paint the eyes first, the lips? Maybe. But my recommendation is start painting from the deeper areas you can imagine the face has. And because in this case, the face is just white with gesso. White with gesso. It's easy to understand which are the deepest areas. You cannot start adding the design and be crazy about painting the letters if you don't know about what happened with the face. You need to get the character first. Make these characters. And always, like I tell the people in my classes, when you have to start making a face, or in this case a face, you have to imagine what are the part of the faces. And when you touch your own face, what do you get? You get and you touch and you feel the bones. That is the first one. So even in a drawing, you have to show there are a bones inside of these drawings. So that is using, how do you do that? Using a little, the lines are totally different in certain areas of the face. Well, in the same thing here. So I need to, the piece, just white is beautiful. But you have to keep this, has a stronger feeling, a potential for the concept we want to show on the piece. So that is one recommendation. All the areas, deep areas, add some white. If I put too much, I can take off a little bit. I can take off if I put too much. So go here. I'm using my left hand, so it's not very, I use my right hand to do everything, but right now it's the best way I can do to show you this painting. Okay, and here too. Yes, and here in this part, that is not very notorious. Is very light. I can make a little bit with the line. This side here. I can remake in here too. Yeah, here also. Here. Eyes also. The eyes. Yeah. So what about the eyes, the circle of the eyes? I have to do later because I have to change this white to brown color. Yes, light brown. Where is my I decide to make this in brown. So when I finish this step, I have to add the brown color. Now I will explain a little bit how to mix the brown color. But basically, this is the face now. It's different at the beginning. And I'm going to put away here, maybe. Sorry about this. So now okay. That is the beginning of the painting the piece. Now okay, I will show you a little bit how I mix the colors. We said according to make orange, we mix red and yellow, yeah? But my recommendation is always mix a little bit to prevent don't waste material. This is dry. For example, just to test, it's always was good test at the beginning the color you want. Always put a little more light color, which in this case is the yellow, and start adding the stronger color. In this case is red here. I put more yellow and less red. So take some red and start adding little by little to the light color. In this case is yellow, yes? So the color you get here is orange. mixing. You see how much red I use to get orange? Not much. And if you want lighter, you get more, because the color I want to get is the light brown. And the question is how I make the light brown. So this color is a complementary o secondary color. Este color se llama color secundario o complementario because it's the mix from two primary colors, yellow and red. Colores primarios give color secundario. Ahora, this is pretty good. If I want a little lighter, maybe I add a little more yellow. This is just testing, yes? Especially when we don't know much about color, it's good to try in a little bit place. Okay, so now another color we need, according to get brown, is the blue color. But for the blue color, you have to be very careful because maybe you are going to put too much. Look, this is the much I put of the blue. Now we can take a little tiny and add here and see what happened with the color. It's too much, it's changing too much. Look what color I get. That is the not the right proportion for this amount. It's more green. So in this case, I have to add more red. You see? Adding blue, I got kind of green. That is not the color I want. But this one is getting brown now. What happened if I put to this brown a little white? Can you see brown already? But I need lighter. What happened if I add the white? All the bottles are super dry, so I cannot open this. Let me put some another. I have some white here. Okay, here I have some white. What happens if I add some white to this mix? Lighter. And if I add a little yellow? This is the way I try to get the color because the color I need to get here is the natural color. We are closer, but not yet to make the face. You see? So these are the thing I'm going to try to get the right color for the face. And practically this is my suggestion for this part of the Earth Celebration workshop. And now I'm going to another table where I set up another piece. I have to tell you, each piece is working in different way. In this case, I have to go directly to the face, changing the tone white to the tone brown in this case. Letters and design are after. But I have here, I'm going to take the phone. Skin color, yes. Hola, hola Rosita. Okay, Rosita, and for the people just enjoy now, I was telling my suggestion about how we can start painting the piece. Go first for the deeper areas of the face, adding black color like a shadow. Yes, it's like amplified the shadows supposed to get in a natural way, depending the light, how the light get to the piece. You can have, in this case, a natural shadow. But because we are going to be outside on the parade, usually we have to think how reinforce that shadows through painting. Okay, now, oh, here is waiting also this piece. This piece is climate water, is waiting for painting also. Okay, so now I'm going to work in the carbon sequestration a little bit and explain to you in what step I am in this piece. Was a little hard to me how organize this session because painting is always a little complicated. Okay, I set up this piece here, and like I told you before, all the pieces are different in terms of you want to paint. Oh, I know, Rosita, you are super good in that. But I remember last year you worked a lot in the dressing painting, which is a good way to explore painting. Okay, so now this piece is called carbon sequestration. This piece is different because here you have the face divided in sections. Yes, I need more light. I need more light. Let me see. Okay. Okay, there are different sections on the face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sessions. Definitely, the thing I can do again is go and paint the deeper areas. Yes, here, here, and that part. Also add some black. I can do that. Follow the same recommendation, but this piece has different colors, so I don't have to just color on one step all the face. I need to decide first. The first here in the bottom is green, is blue, is brown, is green, maybe different tones, and sky blue and yellow. So what I did was make a little design over the head just to divide the sections. I designed the eyebrows here, here, eyebrows. In this another piece, the eyebrows are in this piece here. In this piece, the eyebrows are a little made on the top of the eyes. In this piece is different. It's more simple. Okay, so I work in that part. In the top of the eyes, I designed the eyebrows, but these eyebrows are part of the branches, yeah? So also, there are a middle line is part of the trunk of the tree, coming from the top to the bottom, half and a half, and stop around here. There are a curved line. It's also a branch here. Also, what I can do the eyes. I did the eyes here. Another eye here. And these are here. These are waves. Yes? And I made it here all around. Here. 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 I already did a little bit, so you, okay? So that one, I have the eyebrows, I made the eyes, and the waves, the trunk, in the top of here, the grass, the tree, and another section of the grass. From here to here, part of the branches also here. And here also. And coming from the lips side by side, a line. And this here is going to be color green. Now, with that a little bit design, I can start painting because I already know what are the areas where I'm going to add the green color, watercolor, blue, earth, land color, sky blue here, and yellow. But I recommend also go with a brush in darker areas before painting. I think that is practically the thing I'm going to do now. 3 more minutes. If you see the piece and you see the design, there are difference. In the piece here, we made 2 extra edges of sand in compare with this. So that one is extra, it's not part of the face. So we are going to incorporate later as a decoration, which is going to be very nice. Also, here the flowers are the last step probably, because it's when you think in painting, you have to think about what is first. You don't have to paint the tree first because you like the tree, or the eyes because you like the eyes. No, you have to go for the deeper area first. It's easy to do in this way. Well, I hope you enjoy this session. I am still learning about this. Painting is a hard part always to me. I enjoy very much sculpture, paper mache, 3D. Painting, I take my time to see the piece and to connect with the piece in terms of color. It's a challenge, but it's not something you cannot do it. Require practice. But if you follow the step-by-step I told you, and the session painting, mixed color and everything, so do not waste paint all the time. If you want to combine mixed color, put first the light color and put a little tiny bit of the strong color, because if you do in another way, if you first add red according to get orange, and after you add yellow, you will waste a lot of yellow because you already put red as a first color. That is super important. Follow this instruction or you will get the color, but you will waste a lot of paint. That is one recommendation. And yeah, it's 1 p.m. I hope you are stay home, safe, and we will see you next Saturday. Bye-bye. Thank you.